Hello, and welcome to today's episode of the podcast. This episode actually aired live a couple days ago.
So if you want to see the episodes live and earlier, go to twitch.tv/SuperSammy817. Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's
Hi.
episode of the podcast. This is episode, well, we're calling it 4.5 because
Yeah,
we
we're gonna
tried.
try this again.
We tried to film episode 4 back last year. And because of the weather, our internet was just going to shit.
Listen, okay, we live in Canada, but for some reason, Rogers, once again, calling you out, they haven't figured out how to make their internet work when it's snowing.
Yeah.
So, that's what happened.
So, yeah, it snows every year, and still
Every year.
our internet provider was like, I'm gonna be quirky today and not give you proper internet. That's But yeah, so my name is Sam. I use she, they pronouns, and I am joined with my co-host.
Sab. It's Sabrina. You can call me Sab. I use she, her pronouns.
Woo! And today we're going to be looking at the r/am I the asshole and figuring out if people are assholes or not. You know,
Newsflash.
usually are.
Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, like there was a couple that I saw where I'm like, you know what? I don't think this person is the asshole. I think the other person in the situation is. But that's the fun part about r/am I the asshole is that there's different scenarios and everything varies.
I think it's funny that like people who like end up being the asshole are like there to like be like, yeah, I'm not the asshole. Look at all these people who agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
But then just like everyone's like, no, dude.
You
You're
were
the asshole.
yeah. You're the asshole, dude. Like, sorry to break it to you, but yeah. Which one should we start with? There's so many. We picked 10.
I'm gonna start with the one that I did last time that we couldn't get through.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just gonna start with that one because we kind of already heard it.
Mm.
But, you know.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Through the leg, maybe bits and pieces, but that's fine.
Okay, so am I the asshole for refusing to spend time with my son's girlfriend on Christmas? We just had Christmas, folks. Let's see.
That's
how this
true.
goes. We'll see how this goes. My son, Danny, 27, has been dating a woman, Julia. I don't know why it's in quotation marks, but Julia is in quotation marks. 35. For a year now. He is very smart, handsome, and a sweet boy as well as very successful. Julia seems okay. She owns a home and works and is nice enough, but I think Danny can do better, to be honest. Julia is nice enough, but I think it would be more appropriate to date someone closer to his own age. Keep in mind, he's 27.
He's 27, she's 35. So
it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
They've been dating for a year now, so what, he was 26, maybe?
Yeah, probably 26.
When this took place.
Yeah.
Danny has always wanted a large family, and I've reminded him several times that if that is what he wants, he needs to end things with Julia. I don't think it's fair to lead her on, and she's too old to give him a large family. All right? He has told me to butt out, and his priorities have changed, which is fair, because, you know...
Things change! Yeah, things change.
He says he would rather be with her, even if it means only having 1 or 2 children, and it's something he has something that he has discussed with her. My heart breaks because I think she's manipulating him into pretending he is okay with it.
Oh, God.
Why do moms... especially moms of, you know, boys, do this.
I don't know.
I think my son is being manipulated by that whore. I was discussing Christmas plans with Danny, and he replied he would not be over on Christmas morning, and said if I wanted I could come to his house the afternoon for Christmas dinner. He said Julia's family would be there and he was planning on proposing. I was extremely upset and expressed my disappointment and told him if he proposes to Julia, I will get up and walk out. What?
Damn. What a great
What?
way to make everything about yourself. Like,
Why? I never understood why parents, like, are always like, well, if I don't like this girl, or if I don't like this person without actually having cause, you
mhm.
know, then if you marry this person, then I'm never talking to you ever again. So it's either her or me. Like,
Yeah.
what? Bro, are you serious? Are you
Someone in
serious?
chat said it was Christmas dinner KFC.
All right. Where was I? There we go. Okay. He told me not to come at all, and I was acting like an asshole to Julia for no valid reason. Well, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
I said my reason is valid because obviously, if she is 35 and unmarried, that is a red flag, and he shouldn't marry someone that is that old at his young age. I told him I refuse to spend any time with him on Christmas if he does this. He said he won't spend any time with me at all if I haven't. What? Yeah, he won't spend any time with me at all. My other sons think I'm being an asshole, but I think I'm a mother trying to protect her son. So, am I the asshole?
Yes.
Yeah.
This
absolutely
dude,
the asshole.
not this dude, well, this mom is a huge asshole. Fuck this lady. She's a prick.
Yeah.
Go fuck off somewhere
else.
else.
He's a grown man. Okay, he can choose who he's gonna marry.
Mm-hmm.
Julia seems very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if, like, other people in your family also think you're being... Like, if your other sons think you're being an asshole...
Maybe take the hint. I don't know. You know what's funny? Is that she's talking about how Julia is 35 and unmarried, and that's a red flag. I wonder if his mom got divorced. I wonder if she's still married.
We haven't heard about the father.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. How's your guys' relationship there, lady? Like, you want to be judging your son's relationship? How's yours? Let's talk about that for a second.
I'm curious.
Exactly.
The father.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you're definitely the asshole.
Yeah,
if you're
no,
watching,
100%.
Lady,
fuck you.
I hope that your son married her and that you weren't.
I
to the
hope,
wedding.
yeah, I hope he proposed to Julia, because Julia seems way nicer than you. Because, like, this mom seems like the annoying mother that forces the idea on her kids that they need to have children. Because I know that he talked about, like, she mentioned that he was like he wanted to have a large family, but she keeps reminding him of it, even though he said his plans changed because he wants to live the rest of his life with Julia. That happens.
Which is fair.
Yeah, and if he's comfortable with it, then, like...
You grow up, you talk to your partner, you discuss what's,
mm-hmm.
valid and what's not valid. And
also,
what's realistic.
35 is not too old to have kids.
No, it's not.
Just saying. Not. I know so many people whose parents had kids at mid-30s. I know people that I've worked with who had kids in their 30s.
It's not too old to have kids. Also, like, honestly, I think that if a woman gets married later, that means she was trying to either, like, figure her shit out first. Because we put this pressure on women to get married early, or otherwise, like, no one's gonna want you.
Yeah.
Like this mom said, like, oh, it's a red flag. Like, what, bro?
I'm surprised someone wanted to be with this mom, let's be real.
Oh, yeah.
Also, someone said...
I think she's jealous.
Oh, yeah, I think she's, like, jealous because her poor, sweet little Danny's with Julia. Julia, that whore.
That whore.
That whore, Julia. And she isn't the main woman in his life anymore. Wait. Shut the fuck up. Like, grow up. But then someone in my chat said, I hope, like, I'm assuming they're talking about us talking about him proposing, and they said, I hope they did it when it was the mom's turn to open gifts. That would have been such a great move. Just like, oh, sorry, Mom, 1 second. Let me
I'm
propose
that
to the
level
girl
of
that you
petty.
hate.
That's something I would do.
Oh, it's amazing.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
But yeah, end of the day, this mom is the asshole. 100%.
Absolutely.
No
Yeah.
doubt in my mind. Okay. Oh, this one is also kind of with the times. Am I the asshole for buying Spider-Man tickets for myself, but not my boyfriend?
Ooh.
Okay. Also, I've seen Spider-Man. Oh, it was such a good movie.
Well,
was
now
so
that
amazing.
theaters are closed. I can't go watch it.
That's true, yeah. Where Sab and I are from, the theaters are closed, and Sab can't see the movie now. I literally got my tickets, like, I saw it, like, before they started implementing, like, restrictions again, so I was like, oh. Someone says 200% yes, no need to read, 200% they're the asshole. Well, I read it already, and I don't think they're the asshole, okay? Hear me out, okay? So, says everybody knows the new Spider-Man movie is out today. My boyfriend really wanted to see it tonight, but couldn't get tickets for the time he wanted. This morning, I asked if we can go tomorrow, and he said, I'll think about it. And then started talking about how he wants to see it so badly. I said, well, I asked if you want to go tomorrow, and I'd buy the tickets. And he says, yeah, and I asked, oh, you just don't want to see it with me. And then he made a face suggesting that was it, but felt bad saying it. I asked why, and he said, because you aren't as hyped as me. I said, well, I am very excited, but I'm not expressing it, and moved on from the topic. I found a single seat at a showing that starts at 2, bought my ticket, and started getting ready. My boyfriend asked where I was going, and I said to get lunch by myself and see Spider-Man. He got upset and said, without me. I reminded him that he didn't want to go with me. I'm currently at lunch and just got done reading a message from him expressing how upset he is with me and that it was a dick move for me to go see the movie he was so excited for and that he was only joking and I should have known that. I told him I'm still going to see it and he hasn't responded since. Am I the asshole? And then
so.
They added something at the bottom. I don't know what does ETA stand for?
I don't know.
Okay, but they said he just told me he wanted to see it with me, but not the first time. LOL. Wanted me to see it with him his second time watching it, and it being my first time.
No. He's just making excuses now.
Yeah, exactly. He said he didn't want to see it with her, so she said, "Okay, fuck you then. I'm gonna go see it." And then he got upset. Like, this person, I don't think is the asshole because the boyfriend said that they didn't want to see it. They said that they wanted to see it being his second time and her first time.
No, also, if that's like an added note, that means it happened like after, right? So like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah.
You told your girlfriend you didn't want to go. Well, you didn't actually tell her, but like you kind of did.
Well,
like,
she said, "Oh, you don't want to see it with me," and then he like confirmed it.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So he didn't want to see it with her.
So why is he mad? She went to go see it by herself.
And also, I hate when people are, like, clearly serious about something, see it backfired on them, and then was like, it was just a joke, dude. Like,
it was just a joke, bro.
You clearly weren't joking.
Own up to it, bro.
Exactly. So, I don't think this girl is the asshole. I think she, like, if I told my friend, hey, want to go see Spider-Man with me? Because I was so excited to see Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. Grew up watching Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. So if I told a friend, I was like, hey, you want to go see Spider-Man? They're like, I don't really want to see it with you. I'd be like, okay, I'm not seeing it with you then. And then if I saw it before them and they get upset, I'd be like, well, you didn't want to see it with me. So sucks to suck, buddy. Like,
yeah, no, he's just mad that he didn't get to see it. He doesn't care.
And she offered to pay for the tickets and everything.
Yeah, she offered to. Oh, like, I will pay.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you're not as hyped as me. Bitch. What? You're not as hyped as me? What? Okay.
But yeah.
So don't mope around and get
exactly
mad when she goes to go see it by herself. Mm-hmm. Go watch it by yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's so... Someone said plot twist, it's Julia. Julia was like, fuck you, Daddy.
The story continues.
But yeah, like, I don't think this girl's the asshole at all. Her boyfriend was like, I don't want to see it with you, and then got bitchy about it when she went to saw it by herself. So you know what? Her boyfriend, go fuck off. Like, seriously, like, the boyfriend's a freaking crybaby.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's the asshole.
I don't think so either.
Okay.
All right. So, interesting. Since the last time I saw this one,
Has there been an
people
update?
have already made a decision.
Oh, damn.
Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, there you
Oh?
go. Yeah, there you are.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay.
Oh, I just wasn't moving.
Okay, am I the asshole for snitching on my stepdad to his ex-wife, which basically ruined Christmas for him and my mom?
Ooh. Oh, this is a
Another Christmas
long
one.
one.
Another Christmas one. Wait, this one?
Yeah, I have it open on my computer.
Oh yeah, I guess it's a little long. Okay. Okay, guys. I've not got time to check my grammar because I'm using an old. Okay, I'm just gonna skip that. But the grammar might be shit. It's not my fault. There we go. Important backstory. My 16 female. What? Oh yeah, my 16 female. So she's 16.
Mhm.
Stepbrother. That's a good start. 16 male of 2 years is a little person. Term he personally said was okay to use. Okay. Who nearly everyone at my school likes because he's an extremely funny person. Everyone except for a girl I will call Marianne. That's a gross name. She goes out of her way to make his life hell due to him being a little person. Well,
That's just fucked up. Yeah, what the hell? Fuck you, Marianne.
sad do you have to be to do that? That's like, do you not have better? Nah, anyways.
Off to an interesting start.
He's usually good at making her insults into jokes. Great. But she really upped her game lately to the point even her own friends told her it wasn't funny. Damn. Yesterday, she made a comment about his sister who passed away and used ableist slurs about them both.
Oh.
What the heck? Slurs are not okay.
Yeah, no.
Right?
Mm-mm.
PSA. Slur-free zone.
Yeah.
Then told him to, himself and save my stepdad the embarrassment of having a slur as a son.
What the fuck? Marianne is a bitch! Not like...
Off himself in-game.
Oh, in-game. Yeah. Twitch.
To save his stepdad the embarrassment of having a slur as a son? What the hell, dude?
This Marianne chick needs to, like fucking see a therapist.
She's as gross as her name.
No, exactly.
No offense to all the good
Marianne's, yeah. No offense to you guys, but, like, this Marianne, not it. Anyway.
Not it. He snapped and called her multiple names, like the school
bike?
/slut. I don't know what school bike means. Then said the only reason she hates him so much is because he is a M slur. Looks down at her. Okay. There was other stuff said between the both of them, but I don't want to get to that. I don't want to get the post flagged. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Marianne ended up walking away crying due to the fact that everyone was laughing at her because, again, my stepbrother is extremely funny. Not because he said horrible things. Her mom ended up at...
Uh-oh.
Look at your own...
Wait, you froze for me.
Hello?
You're back now, but
Okay.
The last thing we heard about was, because the last thing I heard from you was, everyone was laughing at her because my stepbrother's extremely funny.
Right. Her mom ended up going to my mom's house screaming about everything. Like, look at your own kid, dude. Your kid's been tormenting this poor guy for how long? And now all of a sudden when he, like, said something,
I hate parents like that. Like,
I know.
She dished the heat, couldn't deal with it being dished back at her, and then went crying to her mommy. Shut the fuck up, Marianne.
Certain family member. At certain family... I hope you're watching. Anyways. they wouldn't let my stepbrother explain, even when I and my brothers, 15M and 18M, tried to stick up for him. They basically told us to shut up and painted Marianne as this innocent victim.
I fucking hate people like that. When parents are like, no, like, immediately assume that their kids are in the wrong when they don't even hear their fucking story. It's like, no, Marianne's just a brat and a bitch. Like,
Yeah.
she doesn't deserve any sympathy here. She
No, not
made
at all.
fun of your stepson, couldn't deal with the shit she got back when she started it, cried about it, and now you won't even listen to your, like, your own kids who are like, no, like, she was being ableist and, like, making fun of his fucking disability. Like,
I don't get it, man. I do not understand. Anyways, his dad, who is a massive pick-me, oh great, and a flirt to anything in a skirt, said some really disgusting stuff to his son and made him apologize. Marianne
Oh.
gave him a fuck you smirk on her way out. My stepdad screamed out my stepbrother extremely ableist stuff and broke his phone and told him he doesn't want to see him till next Sunday, when his mom was due to pick him up.
Oh my god, what the
Well,
fuck?
this is his dad, not stepdad.
No, that,
his
yeah,
dad.
no, that's his dad, yeah.
That's fucked up. How are you gonna talk to your kid like that? Especially what? You're gonna say ableist shit to your kid? So, the stepdad, he called his ex and told her a completely different story and even lied that me and my siblings, said that he was harassing Marianne because she rejected him.
What the fuck?
That's alright. So here's where I might be the asshole. I looked up his ex on Facebook and told her the truth and how my stepbrother was suffering at the hands of Marianne, but was too ashamed to tell anyone because of his dad. Because he knew what would happen. Well, long story short, his mom ended up at our house with her cop brother, and my stepbrother took his stuff.
Yo.
She said she is suing him for damages to her son's stuff and that he will never see my stepbrother again. She showed them my messages and they asked her how she found out. I got grounded and my phone and iPad taken away. My mom came into my room crying, saying I ruined Christmas because we will have to use all our money for lawyers to get out of the mess I created. And it wasn't any of my business what happened. Edit. So I'm currently at my granny's house till my dad gets back from work. My brothers are here too. And I've texted my stepbrother since I've gotten my phone back. His mom gave Marianne and her mom hell, literally left them in tears.
Yes!
Yeah.
Let's go!
Let's go! My dad said he will try and get full custody. Also, I've blocked my mom. I didn't want to hear her guilt-tripping BS, and I've taken anything important with me so I won't go missing. So it won't go missing till I get all my stuff in it. Not the asshole.
No, not the asshole. 100% not the asshole.
You didn't ruin Christmas.
No.
Your stepdad ruined Christmas.
No, exactly. You didn't ruin Christmas. Your stepdad and your mom did, because they're pricks who care more about, themselves than to hear their own son's side of the story. And you are, like, this girl is so brave for, like, seeing how the stepbrother's dad lashed out, seeing how they lashed out, seeing how their mom lashed out, and still went the lengths to find, like, her stepbrother's mom and tell her the real story, even though she got, like, so much shit for it. So no, she's not the asshole at all. She's
really brave.
Yeah, she's really brave. She helped her stepbrother out so much. And now, I think even she helped herself in a way, because clearly she's going to be in a better situation too, if her dad's going to try and get full custody so she doesn't have to live with her mom and her fucking gross stepdad.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, she's not the asshole at all. She did the right thing.
Yeah. Also, like, what is it with... Why do parents think it's just okay to, like, destroy items? Like, what is that teaching your kid?
It's the mindset of, like, I bought it so that, therefore, it's mine, and,
No, that's really stupid.
Oh no, I
Like,
know. I agree.
you're
It's
just
dumb, but like that's their mindset when it comes to that kind of
you're
stuff.
handling it with violence, so you're teaching your kids to handle everything with violence? What?
Mhm. Some parents just shouldn't be parents.
Also, the mom, fuck you.
Oh yeah,
How
no.
dare you?
Yeah, the
How
mom is a bitch.
dare you? That's so messed up that you watched your husband do this to your stepchild,
Mhm.
which you should be treating like your
Your
child,
your own child, yeah.
and then defend your husband.
Yeah.
Gross. You're a gross human being. Gross.
Okay. So, that girl, not the asshole at all. She didn't ruin Christmas, her parents did. She did everyone a favor. End of story. Okay, so the next one I'm gonna do is called Am I the Asshole for Making an Uncomfortable Joke When My Friend Told Me Her Dinner Table Was Full with Family? Okay, so a little bit of a dark beginning, but it's fine. Over the last 20 years, everyone in my close family has died. Both my parents are gone, my grandparents on both sides, all my dad's uncles, and anyone who is still alive or scattered out among the country. All I have, person talking is 20 and female, left is my siblings and my brother. Oh yeah, brother-in-law. Okay, I was like, I said B-I-L and I was like, what the hell does that mean? My brother-in-law. My friend, 23 female, comes from a different family. All the uncles, aunts, cousins, grandparents have monthly parties, stay in touch, have big celebrations, the works. All of them are still alive and active. I think she knows I'm sensitive to the topic, as I wish I had a big family, as she sometimes makes these comments like, you know, when you get married, your guest list will be so small compared to mine, but hey, at least it will be cheap.
Oh, whoa, that's not okay.
No, it's not. It's really not.
Unless you have a friendship where, like, you're allowed to make jokes like that, which
No.
I'm obviously assuming not. Because
Yeah. She literally said that
that's
she's
not
sensitive to that
okay.
kind of stuff. It gets worse. Or at my mom's funeral, there was still a lot of open chairs, and she told me that if this was a family member, all of her seats would be full. She's aware of my many, many deceased family members. So this friend is a bitch.
friends with her?
Yeah, exactly.
Why are
Drop
you
her
friends with this person?
instantly. So the person continues. I took some pictures of me, my siblings, and my brother-in-law cooking for Thanksgiving and us playing games at the dinner table and post them on social media. She texted me privately saying we looked like we were having fun, followed by pics of her huge family and remarked the dinner table was full of family. This is where I, maybe the asshole, replied, lovely, have fun. We'd have a full table too, but with the snow it was hard to dig everyone out of their graves. I fucking love that so much.
Not the asshole. That was beautiful. That was amazing.
She was silent for a few hours, then replied that the joke was morbid and made her uncomfortable, and I really need to check my attitude.
Okay,
This
says the
friend
woman who constantly brags about having a big family and being like, oh, everyone in your family's dead, so like your seats are empty. What the hell?
My god, this friend,
Okay.
this person is not the asshole. The friend is. This person,
Okay.
not the asshole. You have talked about how you wish you had a bigger family because all of your close family has unfortunately passed away. And then she keeps making comments about being like, oh, your wedding, like, guest list will be cheap, and oh, look at my big family. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I hate people like that so much who are like, make comments and like jokes about things that you're insensitive to, and then when you make a joke back to them about it, they're like, that hurt my feelings. It's like, maybe your comments hurt my feelings. What the fuck?
The fact that she makes comments like that is like kind of proof that she's just keeping you around to like make herself feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
No, exactly.
what the hell?
Yeah.
How are you gonna make jokes about someone's family being pretty much non-existent,
Distant, yeah.
deceased, and then get uncomfortable when they
Yeah,
make a joke?
Exactly. If anything, they
That was
have.
a great joke. by
That
the
was
way.
that was a fucking
That was a-
amazing
that
joke.
was, like, beautiful.
That was A tier, but like no S tier, but like
S-tier joke.
if anything, out of those two people, the person who lost the family members is the one that has, you know, the valid
right,
reason,
yeah.
the right to make the jokes, not the friend. Who does the friend think she is? Like,
Yeah.
you have your family. Shut the fuck up. You don't get to make these jokes unless this person said that they're comfortable with it, and they're not. So it's like... And then someone in chat said, my thing is, why is the friend trying to one-up her? It's true. The
Yeah.
friend is almost trying to one-up her,
Why-
being
yeah,
like,
why are you
I
doing
have
that?
a bigger family than yours. It's like, what?
Okay.
Like, what?
I bet you half your family hates each other.
Exactly. I bet you guys fight almost every single month. I
I
have
don't
a
have
big...
that problem because I can't afford to.
Exactly. I don't have big family parties for a reason. My big family doesn't like each other. So it's like, there's no way that big happy family that has reunions every month are happy. Also, that's just cringe. I'm sorry, if you have monthly family parties with your uncles and your aunts and your cousins, I'm saying that's cringe. I also just don't have that, but I think it's cringe. Family is
on my mom's
overrated.
On my mom's side, we're pretty tight for the most part.
But hey, but you said on your mom's side. This person's like, it's everyone's
True.
side.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, this girl, not the asshole. Her friend is a
the
prick,
asshole.
and she needs to drop her friend immediately.
Yeah, that is not a friend. Okay,
Mhm.
that is not someone that you should keep in your life.
Mhm.
Wait, how old is it? She's 20 and her friend's 23?
Yeah.
Guys, come on. At this point, you should have realized you need to drop people like that.
No, exactly.
I have like 4 friends now. Why? Because I don't keep people in my life that I don't think I need in my life.
Fair
People like
enough.
that.
I'm
Alright?
slowly getting to that mindset, and it's
Oh,
a
yeah,
good
no,
one.
It's so empowering, dude. Sometimes it's a little like annoying because like there's not that many people to talk to. If everyone's working or on different sleep schedules, it's like whatever. But like, you know, I keep myself busy.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Anyways, all right. So my next one I found on Instagram. Actually, it's from the Reddit, but I found this on Instagram. Am I the asshole for telling my wife she can't go to her father's birthday party because I need her to watch the kids?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I, male, 39, and my wife, Christy, female, 23,
Oh, that's a big age gap there.
have 2 children together. Jordan, 5, and Chloe, 2.
Okay.
All right. Jordan is 5, right? Chloe's 2.
Mm-hmm.
Christy is 23. He is 39. Listen,
Oh!
I don't have a problem with age gap relationships. I have a problem with older men going after 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
And Danny was getting shit on for this. Danny was getting shit on for his relationship. What about this one?
Jesus.
Oh god.
I bet Danny's mom wouldn't have any problem with this because
the
man
dude
is
is older. Exactly.
yeah. Anyway, her parents never liked me because of our age gap, even though Christy was 18 when we first got together.
That's still not good. How old were you when you guys first got together? Like,
I don't know, man. I don't want to do the math. And when she got pregnant, it got even worse.
well, no shit. Oh,
I was banned from attending her graduation. By the way, she's 18. This is high school graduation. Not college.
No.
He was banned from the high school graduation. After the wedding, which I had to fund myself, and half of her family members left after the reception, I got a job offer in New York City. We were originally from Canada. So, you're doing us bad here.
Yeah,
right?
what
You're
the
making us
fuck?
look bad.
You're making us look bad here, buddy.
And I moved us. This is important. And I moved us and cut off contact.
With
That is with her family. That's a key thing that abusers do.
Yeah.
When an abuser will cut off contact of their significant others.
Hold on. So he's 30. How old is he? 39?
39.
39. She's 23. There's
Yeah.
a 16 age difference. So when she, 16, around 15 to 16 years. So when she was 18, he was 34.
Yep. Anyways, Christy is a stay-at-home mom, not surprised. But she owns a small online business that brings in some money, but overall, I am the reason we live a lavish lifestyle.
Ew. Ew.
Her father somehow got in contact with her and invited her to his 50th birthday party, and she accepted. So he said, this is how he worded it. Her father somehow got in contact with her.
That is so creepy. That is
You're
so
literally
creepy.
controlling
Yeah.
who she can talk to.
Yeah.
Anyways, despite my hatred for her father, I originally allowed her to go. She's an adult. She can decide if
Yeah.
she can go or not.
She can do whatever the fuck she
I
wants.
originally allowed her to go until I found out it was on the same day of my annual skiing trip with my brothers. I told her she can't go because she needs to watch the children. I hate men.
Yeah, me too. We're gonna get in so much shit for that, but I don't care. This fucking story.
If you get upset at me saying I hate men, then chances are I'm talking about a guy like you.
No, exactly. If you don't, then you know that we're not talking about you.
Yeah. She said that she... What?
No, someone in chat said, I hate me too.
See, and we love you for that. See? You know?
Corn, we
I'm
love
not
you.
She said that she watches them every day. She's a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, so
And
she does.
And will be doing so for the next 16 years. She suggested getting a babysitter, and I snapped and told her she's being an ungrateful bitch, and that she doesn't earn enough money to decide how we spend it, and that her dad didn't care enough to make any contact until now.
Whoa! Her dad didn't care enough to make any contact. You cut off the contact.
You cut off contact.
They're so...
You forced her to cut off contact. And now you're trying to manipulate the situation and make it seem like she's in the wrong, which she is not. She is an adult. She can decide.
Wait, repeat that sentence you just read about the cutting off the contact. What was the things that he said before it? He said ungrateful bitch and something else.
He said she was being an ungrateful bitch and that she doesn't earn enough money to decide how we spend it. And that her dad didn't care enough to make any contact until now.
Is this the fucking 1950s? The men don't control your fucking, like, money. Hello? You guys are married. You guys are married. You decided that you wanted to marry an 18-year-old, which clearly there's a reason that no one his age wanted to marry him, but we're not going to get into that. He married an 18-year-old. When you guys get married, like, I don't know how the fuck weddings work or marriages work, but I'm assuming that, like, in some degree, your guys' funds are shared and you guys both have access to each other's funds. Unless it's, like, a prenup.
That's usually the situation that people, like, end up having, like, a joint account.
Exactly. So, well, if it was your idea to move all the way up to New York to have some lavish job... and you force her to not have any contact with her family, and then she's a stay-at-home mom. Probably, you know what? I feel like probably not by her choice either, but that's a whole other thing. And then you bring up that she doesn't make enough money to be able to decide what happens with the funds in this relationship. Oh! Ooh! I hope that she gets a divorce and she takes your money, and I hope that she goes back to Canada with her kids and are like, fuck you. Oh, this dude is going to make me scream. This is not the 1960s, buddy.
And then he's like, "Oh, she refused to. She's refusing to talk to me now." Good.
Yeah, good. I hope she divorces your ass because I hope she just stops talking to you, like, overall. So,
yeah. You are a predator.
Yeah. No, exactly. You are. Yeah. Oh, this dude, like, he is a predator. He's 100% a predator. Because he was 34 when he met this girl who was 18. He was
34 and she was 18.
Mm-hmm.
And
he got her pregnant. And still in
high school.
Like,
I don't care if she was, like, sure, yeah, 18, she's technically an adult. If
she's in high school. Like,
you're a predator.
So, yeah, those parents have all the reason to, like, hate him. Because that's just gross. That's so unbelievably gross. Like,
I went to the original post. It's removed. He removed the story.
Because people are like, yeah,
The
no, you're
comments
the...
are still there, though.
Oh! Read some comments, read some comments, read some
The
comments.
comments are still there. So everyone agrees he's the asshole. You're both controlling and a predator. You're verbally abusive and you don't deserve your wife or your kids. Another person said, you're the asshole. You think you're entitled to dictate everything in the house and control her because you're the breadwinner? That is financial abuse. She has a say as well. That is financial abuse. It doesn't matter if she makes less than you.
That is financial.
Which I think isn't her decision as well. I think due to the circumstances, one, you're how old?
Yeah.
She got pregnant at 18 because of you. And has to take care of the kids at home all the time. If you earn so much, you can hire a nanny for a few days. Yeah,
exactly.
What is the issue with hiring a babysitter so that she can go?
No,
to
exactly.
Her dad's birthday.
I don't think
just
the
because
issue.
You don't like her family.
The issue 100% wasn't the nanny. It was the fact that she would be out of grasp of his freaking nasty ass hands. No, exactly.
He's
so
probably like, oh, if she goes, then they're gonna convince her to leave me or something.
Exactly.
Good.
I hope they do. But yeah, I love these comments.
Oh, that's a long comment. She was 18 when we got together immediately and got pregnant. It is not an argument in your favor that you think it is. Yeah. The hell is a 34-year-old man want with a teenager beyond every sane human in the world.
Yeah, exactly. Like, even myself, who has been out of high school for, like, this June will be 2 years, the idea of dating someone in high school is, like, weird to me.
2 years already?
It'll be 2 years in June.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know, right? But, like, yeah. Like, if I was, like, if someone who was still in high school messaged me being like, wanna link up? I'd be like, absolutely the fuck not. Like, you're a child.
Imagine one of your, like, teachers, like, older teachers, like, contacted you and was like, hey, wanna go out?
Be like, nope.
No, sir.
I'm gonna go with cops.
I'm gonna call the cops.
Yeah.
And they're like, there's nothing we can do about it because you're old enough. You're 19. And it's like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do now?
No, exactly.
It's gross. But yeah, that I thought was extremely disgusting.
That is,
but the fact that the post is removed now is like really funny to me. Because he got shat on.
Yeah.
So hardcore in the comments.
Yeah. Which I love.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the one I'm going to do has been one that's been deemed there isn't enough info.
Oh.
So, I personally have an opinion on what I think, but majority of Reddit apparently deems that there's not enough info. So, am I the asshole for moving and refusing to tell my ex where I live? Interesting start. When we found out I was pregnant, my ex made it abundantly clear he had no interest in having a child or being a father. I kept the baby, and we came to an agreement where he would financially help me, and in return, I would stay away and not cause any trouble for him. He never once wanted to see our son, who is 3, until 3 months ago. This was posted 22 days ago, so this is, like, fairly recent. His change of heart happened because his father is sick and expressed worry about never seeing my ex having a family of his own. My ex wants to introduce our son to him in the hopes it helps him recover, which I think is an awful idea for several reasons, which I also agree with. The first being his family has no idea we have a child, and I think this is a terrible time to tell them. The second is apparently not. No. Well, because he said he didn't want to be a father, so she was like, hey, as long as you help me financially, I'll stay out of your life. So they have no clue. The second is my son has never even met his dad, so I'm not willing to throw him into the middle of this when my ex can't even give me a straight answer on if he wants to be involved independently on what's going on. Or if he wants to be involved independently of what's going on with his dad and how long his son's desire for fatherhood is going to last. The last is we have an agreement that works, and I don't want to change things when it could just hurt my son and complicate things. I agree completely. This shouldn't be about the father's like want to make his dad feel better. This should have the kid's needs in mind, because you're introducing the kid to this person who they have no clue who he is, and now you expect him to just be fine. You know, like, I don't know. The house I was living in was completely funded by my ex. Without his help, I would have never been able to afford it. I also realized it put me in a very vulnerable position now that he wanted things I wasn't willing to agree to. So I moved. When my ex realized and asked me where I was living now, I refused to tell him because I don't want him to just show up and introduce himself to my son without my agreement. My ex is obviously pissed and is now accusing me of trying to keep her son away from him. Am I the asshole?
No.
No. I, like, Reddit said there's not enough info, but I personally don't think this person's the asshole at all. Because he showed no interest in being a dad. And they came to agreement that works. So, like, that works.
But now, all of a sudden, the only reason he wants to see his son, apparently, is just because his dad is sick.
Yeah, exactly.
His dad wants him to have a family.
Exactly.
Which he technically does have. He has a kid. But now he just wants to use the kid.
Yeah, the kid, like...
I would do the exact same thing.
No, exactly. If I was in her, like, position, I wouldn't bring the kid anywhere near him. Because, like she said, she's like, I don't know how long his, like, want to be a father is going to last. If who's to say he's going to want to keep being a dad after his dad, gets better? What
if his dad passes and then all of a sudden he's like, all right, see ya.
Well, yeah, see ya. Or what happens if he takes it out on the kid?
Yeah, no, I don't think that. I think the person made the right decision.
100%.
Yeah, no, he showed absolutely no interest in being a father. And probably, maybe doesn't even, like, show an interest now. He's just doing it because his dad is sick.
Like, yeah. He's only doing it because his dad is on his deathbed and was like, I want to see you have a family.
Right.
And so I hate the fact that the ex is like, they said that the ex is accusing them of trying to keep their son away from him.
No,
it's not your son. Yeah. You know what? Like,
technically, yeah, like, you haven't been a part of this kid's life. You're not a father to him? No.
No, exactly.
Like, technically, yes, you're his dad.
Biologically, you're his dad.
Biologically,
but you weren't there.
You weren't a father to him.
Yeah.
You weren't there. He doesn't know you.
So at the end of the day, she's not keeping your son away from you because it's not your son to begin with. Biologically, it's your son, but that's it. Like,
yeah.
So I think she made the right call because, yeah, like, I understand, like, especially if the ex, like, basically funded for the house they were living in, I understand moving then. Because I can definitely see this dude using that, being like, I paid for this house, therefore, yeah, right? So I don't think
I'm allowed to come here whenever the fuck I want.
Exactly. So I don't think this girl's the asshole at all. I think she did the right move. Reddit says there's not enough info, which I personally disagree with. I think there's plenty.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't think this girl's the asshole at all.
All right.
Should we do, like... I don't... See, this is the only issue. Since the stream has been split up so much... I don't know how long we've been going for, so I don't know how much more we can do. Well, we can go through all of them. We can go through all of them, and then if I need to cut some out, we can cut some out.
Yeah.
So we should try and leave, like, just a bit of space in between each one in case I need to cut some out, but...
Yeah.
For editing reasons, but yeah.
For editing reasons.
Editing reasons.
All right. Am I the asshole for discouraging my girlfriend from getting the hair of her dreams? In quotation marks. Anon, because my girlfriend is a Redditor. But don't you think if she read it, she would know that it's me?
Well, 100%, yeah.
Okay. She, 22 female, has been obsessed with coloring her hair since she was a kid. Same.
Yeah.
As soon as she was able, she's been coloring her hair crazy colors. So far, she's done red, blue, purple, and blonde highlights. I've also done those.
That's fun.
But never her whole head. Usually only the bottom half of her hair.
Oh, so it's just like dip dye.
Yeah, me too. I've never been a huge fan of it, but since it's not her whole head, I was able to get over it pretty easily. It's not your head, period.
Yeah, it's not like this. If you're not into it, then leave.
I do not like when people make these posts and it's just one paragraph. Like, bro, it's hold on, I have to find my place again. I have to find my place again. Yeah, I got over it pretty easily. It's been about a year since her last hair color, and she cut it off. She cut off the last of the bleach from her head a few months ago. But now she's talking about dyeing half of her head hair. Her head hair. Okay. What else? What other hair would she be talking about in this instance? I don't think she's going down there. Okay, so she's talking about dyeing half of her head hair black and green, a bright green.
That's cool. That's funky.
That's cool. I, 21 male, have never been a fan of this look in anyone, and I think she's beautiful the way she is. Such loud hair would distract people from her natural beauty. Fuck off. She knows how I feel about it, so she's been holding off on this look. I don't know what possessed her to suddenly decide she wants it again. She's been having a ton of self-confidence improvements lately, which I love seeing. But not
okay. But
not really,
you don't, yeah, no. Like,
but she booked an appointment and everything without telling me. Okay,
she doesn't need
it's
to
her
tell
hair.
you. Yeah. Doesn't need to tell you shit.
Her friends were so excited that they gave her money for the appointment.
I like her friends.
I like her friend. That's how that's how controlling he was in the situation. That
Yeah.
her friends gave her money for like finally deciding to do it.
Yeah.
I wasn't so enthusiastic about the idea, and I didn't hide that. When asked, I was honest with how I felt and how I think it would make her look, which we've discussed before. You've discussed this before? Okay. But I also mentioned that at the end of the day, it was her body and that she can do whatever she wants with it. Clearly, you don't see it that way.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Seeing my lack of enthusiasm and actual hatred about the hairstyle seemed to deflect her. And after a talk about it, she decided to cancel the appointment.
Aww.
No. Her friends are kind enough to let her keep the money in case she changes her mind, or even use it on Christmas presents. But it broke my heart to see her go from so excited to defeated just from hearing the opinion she had already knew she was going to get from me. So, am I the asshole?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, he talks about how the bright colors will distract from her natural beauty. If you think she's just beautiful in general, then why do you care about, you know, her hair?
Yeah.
Like, if you really loved your girlfriend, you wouldn't give a shit about her hair. I saw that there was a couple edits or updates.
There was an update. So he's like, since you guys ripped me a new one, honestly, I deserved it. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
So he booked an appointment for her. He rebooked the appointment.
Okay.
Sort of sad one this time. My girlfriend stayed the night. When we were eating breakfast in the morning, she got a phone call from the salon saying they had to cancel her appointment due to Omicron. Fuck Omicron. Are you kidding me? What the heck? Yeah, you are the asshole in this situation. It's her hair. She can do what she wants with her hair.
Yeah. I'm glad that he made the efforts to, like, kind of fix it, but he's still the asshole in the situation because she can do whatever the fuck, do whatever the fuck she wants with her hair. You don't get to decide what she does with that. Like,
you don't get to make her feel bad.
Exactly.
About it.
Like, if it's something, like, if dyeing her hair is something that genuinely brings her this much joy, and you really love your girlfriend, you wouldn't make her feel like shit about it, because, like, seeing your girlfriend happy should make you happy, right?
Also, it's hair dye.
It's hair dye. It's not permanent. It's permanent, like, at least for, like, couple months, maybe a year if she keeps doing it, but, like you said, she's changed her hair color a bunch of different times.
She knows the process, whatever. Yeah. Like, it's her hair.
And also, I think half and half hair is dope as hell. I don't think I'd be able to pull it off, but I think it's cool as shit.
I really want to do it, but I can't.
Isn't it hard to, like, dye black hair?
Bleaching hair is, like, a nightmare.
Well, yeah, I've bleached my hair before, but
I am really, like, my hairstylist, like, she's always so shocked because I take care of my hair.
Okay.
Like, especially, like, the bleached bits, like, I make sure that shit is soft.
Yeah.
and not brassy and like hay texture,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But
Yeah.
it's a lot of maintenance and
Yeah.
it's annoying. But
Mm-hmm.
also actors.
Yeah, that's another thing. As actors, we can't dye our hair fancy
I'm
colors.
trying to get rid of the blonde that's still left in my hair, like the tips.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying like because if I cut it, it's gonna be too short from what I want. So
Yeah.
I'm just letting it like grow out,
Yeah.
which sucks because like I love dyeing my hair.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to your profession,
It's a little hard.
it's a little annoying.
But yeah.
Wish I could do it like Markiplier with his short hair
Yeah.
and Jacksepticeye and
But yeah,
Frank
no.
Gameplays.
This dude's the asshole. But I'm glad he made the effort to like
Yeah,
I
at least he
want to say
realized.
fix, but he didn't. He kind of fixed, not really. Like I think what would really fix it is if he like changed his attitude and
Yeah.
realized that he does not get a say in what she gets to
Yeah,
do.
he said, I didn't read it, but he said like from now on like I'm gonna like if she wants like I'm gonna support her because it's her
Yeah,
body.
exactly.
Like
Thank
it's
you.
not up to me. Which
Yeah,
good.
it's
He
good. Yeah,
realized that he was a dumbass
yeah.
and changed his ways.
So yeah,
And he's working on himself. So good for you, dude.
yeah. This guy, yeah, he knows what to do in that situation. Okay, so I'll do this one. This one's a little bit shorter. Am I the asshole for quitting on the spot even though we were understaffed and it made my manager cry?
Interesting.
I hate capitalism even though I support it so much with everything that I do. I still hate it. So when it comes to jobs, I'm like already on the person who's the employee's side. Most of the time.
Honestly, yeah, most of the time.
Okay, so I worked at a retail store in the mall. The store is divided into men's, women's, and children's clothes. I always worked women's, and on the weekends I was always the only employee in that entire section. That does not sound like fun.
What I feel like it's H&M.
Maybe. That's very
They have
possible.
that.
They do have men's, women's,
They
and children.
Children's
Yeah.
section, yeah.
Yesterday, myself and 2 other employees clocked into our shifts. My manager, Lisa, pulled me aside and told me, your dad called the store 5 times asking for a schedule. Please tell him to stop. I got extremely confused because that didn't sound like something my dad would do. I even texted him and he said he never called the store once. I had a bad feeling and asked Lisa if she gave my dad my schedule and she said she did. I then told her that wasn't my dad and she had no right telling a strange man my schedule. She got annoyed and told me that it wasn't a big deal and I was being dramatic.
Excuse me?
You just put...
randomly told a dude the schedule. Why didn't you just tell the employee to tell her dad?
Yeah,
The
exactly.
schedule, which
Like-
would make the most sense.
Yeah.
How are you giving this information out, especially?
It's one
when
of your
there's so many creeps
employees.
out there?
Exactly. And well, this person doesn't say how old they are, but I mean, it sounds like they're
Still.
working at they're working a retail store. If they're probably like in their teens, if
Teens, maybe early 20s.
Yeah, exactly.
Possibly. Most
so
likely.
you're endangering one of your employees because this random dude was spam calling you, requesting for someone's schedule, and you didn't even think to like check in with your own employee. Anyway, so they then said, I then quit on the spot, which only left her and 2 other employees to watch the entire store. She kept apologizing and even burst into tears because they were understaffed. Am I the asshole? No.
No. That is seriously dangerous.
Yeah.
That could be, like, that could go wrong so many ways.
Exactly. Like, so...
How are you not gonna check in and being like, hey, is this your dad? Even, do most stores have, like, phones with, like, caller ID? Or, like, at least it displays the number?
I think
Be
it
like, hey,
displays...
is this your,
Well, yeah. Is this your
is
dad?
this your dad's number?
They've called, like, 4 times already. So... Yeah. And like even like so I worked at a restaurant that we would use call names for, so we wouldn't actually like with the employees, like once I like if I learned their actual name, like once I actually got to know them, I'd use their actual name. But like if someone came in asking for someone, they had to ask for their call name for security reasons, because there had been other stores in or other restaurants in like the city I live in where they've had people come in, ask for someone, claiming they knew them, And then when that person comes out, they're like, I have no fucking clue who this is. So that's why we started using call names. So then they'd be like, oh, is this person working? It's like, oh, what's their call name? So then, because obviously, like my mom and dad knew my call name at work, and they knew my brother's because I worked with my older brother, right? They knew our call names. So if they were to go in, they would just be like, oh, I'm looking for this person. And so it's the same thing with this. Like, this manager should have known better, because especially if this person is like a young adult teenager and you're giving a random dude their schedule, like, if anything, I would have quit on the spot too, because now that person's in danger, because this person clearly wants something to do with the person in this thread. So I'm glad that they quit on the spot, because like they were literally put in danger, because they don't know who this person is. They called in. They don't know who this person is. They claimed they were their dad and it wasn't. So they know nothing about this person, who now knows the days that this, like, the person in this thread
just,
works.
Like, common sense, dude. Like,
well, no, exactly.
Think that you're like this person's parent would know their schedule, or at least ask their kid for their schedule. So my parents know my schedule, and they usually ask me, like, hey, when are you working?
No, exactly. Like, my parents, like, it's mainly because they have to drive me to work, but still, like, even if, say, like, it was a family member's birthday or something, they'll be like, oh, what days do you work? Like, they know my schedule. So it's like, So, yeah.
I'm glad you quit, bro.
Yeah, no, I think that person saved themselves both time and just saved themselves in general by quitting, because... yeah, that's
scary.
It's scary.
Me, 29 male, and Tori, 28 female, have been together for 2 years and have lived together for the last year. When we met, we both worked full-time. Tori encouraged me to go back to school to get my MBA because in my field, it's a big thing to have. Due to this, she's the majority breadwinner. I work part-time coaching and bartending in order to chip in financially and do most of the housework, okay? She pays the rent while I pay for school, and whatever is left over I give to her. We are perfectly happy with this temporary arrangement, but her family isn't. Her sister, Madison, 31 female, especially hates it and consistently makes rude comments while I'm in earshot, saying her sister can do better and that I'm a freeloader. Tori defends me every time and says it's her choice to invest in us and it's temporary. Well, yeah, I mean, if she encouraged him to go back to school to get something that is kind of necessary to his field, like, they're clearly happy with this arrangement.
No, exactly.
If she felt otherwise, I'm sure she would have said
there's like a consistent theme of just family thinking they get to comment wherever the fuck they want. Like,
so entitled.
No, exactly.
So we get invited to Madison's birthday dinner. I initially refused because I don't like her. Fair enough. And would be cheaper for me to sit at home. Also, fair enough. Tori begs me to go and I agree. During dinner, Madison has quite a few margaritas. Okay. Our bill comes and Tori grabs it and puts her card down. And the waiter takes it. Madison rolls her eyes and scoffs. Tori asks her why and what's wrong in front of the entire group. Madison says, I would never pay for a man like you do. I felt a rush of anger and I say under my breath, yeah, maybe that's why you can't keep a man. Madison asked if I had something to say and I said I did. And I stood up and I said, you can't keep a man. Your husband left you and your kid because you are rude, ugly, and have no future. No man would want to invest in someone like you. You ask us to watch your kid all the time because you can hang out with random guys off Tinder because you are so desperate. I turn and walk out the door, almost dead silence at the table. Tori says something to Madison and runs after me. I tell her I'm leaving and she says that it's fine and she'll come with. I guess the whole dinner ended shortly after because Madison cried and people felt uncomfortable. Tori's mom is furious, saying I ruined dinner. Tori is stuck in the middle, saying I shouldn't have done that there, but also saying she doesn't blame me. So am I the asshole?
Okay. I okay. I agree with the whole everyone sucks because they're all assholes in this situation except for Tori. Tori's fine. Tori's chilling.
Yeah, Tori's
but
fine.
like, so he, I understand him freaking out because everyone has a breaking point. If Tori is comfortable with being the main financial person in the relationship at this moment, so, because she literally encouraged him to go back to school. Yeah. If she's fine with paying for things, then Madison shouldn't stick her nose in situations where it doesn't need to be, you know?
At least he's, like, trying to, like, help out
financially. Well, no, exactly. Yeah, like,
right? He has a part-time job. He's trying to help with rent, and he does the housework.
Exactly. So it's not, he's not a freeloader. No. Madison says he's a freeloader. He's not a freeloader. And so him, like, freaking out at her, I think is 100% justified because I also, like, if I was in that situation, I would have been sick and tired too. And you know what? To be fair, he didn't want to go to the birthday party to begin with, and Tori was the one that asked him to go. So at the end of the day, I think he was trying to, like, not start a scene because he knew when will start, and it started, and whatever. I also think he's an asshole, though, in the sense that now he's put Tori in an uncomfortable situation.
Yeah.
Because him freaking out at Madison is completely valid, but now he's put his girlfriend in an uncomfortable situation that she doesn't deserve to be in. But also, her sister's a bitch. So...
yeah, her sister is a bitch. Madison, the mom being mad at Tori and being mad at him for ruining the dinner, ridiculous, because... Madison started it. If Madison didn't want,
as
like,
this
is that sound,
Madison started it. This is just the same as the freaking, like, stepbrother situation. Like, the girl Marianne couldn't dished heat and couldn't deal with it coming back. I'm gonna hate the name Marianne now. She was a huge dick to her and then couldn't handle when her stepbrother fought back. Same with Madison. Madison is a huge dick to this guy. What's his name? Oh, he doesn't say. He just says Tori, whatever. Madison was a huge dick to him, and then she couldn't handle it when he dished it back. So, at the end of the day, his
freak out was valid. Like,
yeah.
I think, like, again, like, everyone does have a breaking point.
Yeah.
And he tried not to.
No, exactly.
He didn't want to be a part of it. Like, he tried his best, but Madison's a bitch.
No, exactly.
Where does she get off?
Yeah. Madison has been making comments like this since the beginning. Tori said she's fine with it. If she's fine with it, she's fine with it. Drop it, you know?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to go to the birthday party. I'm assuming, because if I was in that situation, I'd think the same way, to not start a scene. Tori asked him to go, so okay, I'll go for his girlfriend. Madison decides to make a comment, and then he stands up for himself. So I think, overall, I think Madison is more of the asshole, but he's still an asshole in the sense that now he's put his girlfriend in a weird spot. But Madison is definitely more of the asshole than he is. But still, there's like, I don't want to say pros and cons, but like, there's different sides to each story. Oh no, she has no pros, but what I'm saying is that Madison is definitely the bad guy, but they both did bad things in this situation. At the end of the day, the only good person in this situation is Tori. Tori seems like an absolute gem. Like, encourages her boyfriend to go back to school, is okay with paying everything, sticks up for her boyfriend. Like, Tori seems like a wonderful person. But
she's consistently stuck up for him, and I don't get it. Like, what is with family and trying to, like, they always insert themselves into situations that don't involve them.
No, I know.
But they think it involves them because they're related to the person.
Exactly. It's like the only...
If they don't want you involved in something, family should not be involved.
Exactly! That's why it always, like, pisses me off so much, especially when family, like, inserts their opinion. And I'm like, I wasn't telling you this because I'm asking for your opinion. I'm telling you this because I want to get it off my mind. But like, okay, I'm just gonna disregard what you told me anyway. But like, sure.
Sometimes you just want them to listen, which is valid and fair. But I don't care what you think. Yeah, I made this decision. I made a decision. I don't care what you
Yeah.
think. If I'm okay with my decision, then I'm okay with my decision. If I need help, I will ask you.
No, exactly. So, yeah. So I also agree with saying everyone sucks, but I definitely think Madison's more of an asshole than the guy who wrote
Everyone
this.
sucks, but Madison sucks more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay.
As said by him
Mm-hmm.
and her candidates.
Okay, so the last one that I have is, am I the asshole? My daughter complained behind my back to my son that I refused to take her to therapy for 2 years.
All right, let's
Gonna
get
get
into
interesting. My female 57, son, male 28, recently approached me upset about something his sister, female 30, told him about the past that she's apparently still resentful of, although she's never spoken to me about it. There's probably a reason. Anyway, my daughter has always been anxious from a young age, about 5 years old-ish. She did a lot of weird rituals to make herself feel better. These rituals often required my husband and I to participate, and we generally went along with it to make her happy. In middle school, she stopped this habit, but developed a new one where she would lie frequently to me and my husband. At one point, she was almost a month behind in school, and when her teacher reached out, we were blindsided because she'd been deceiving us that everything was fine. She'd also lie about things like who she was with or having a BF, and was very secretive. Kids are secretive. Like the kids are secretive. I don't know what they were expecting.
If you are a parent and you think that your kid tells you absolutely everything,
they don't.
Even if you have the best of relationships,
they don't.
No. Did you tell your parents every single little thing?
No. I keep so much from my parents.
No, I think most people, when they're young, they don't tell their parents everything because their parents don't need to know everything.
That, and even like there is sometimes, yeah, and even sometimes I wouldn't even tell my parents things just because I would know their reaction, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah. You don't want the reaction. You don't want the drama.
Yeah.
So you keep it from them.
No, exactly.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. But I do understand being like the school thing. I understand the parents being upset about, because if she's behind for a month, that's a lot to like catch up with.
Mm-hmm.
But still, like, this is what I don't understand. Because like if I grew up and I decide to have kids, I would know for a fact they're not telling me everything because I didn't tell my parents everything. I don't know why parents have that expectation. Anyway.
Like, I know it wouldn't make you feel good, like, if I had kids. Like, it wouldn't make me feel good that my kids aren't telling me things.
Yeah.
But they're kids.
Yeah.
You gotta understand that that's what they do.
Mm-hmm. Like, the best you can do as a parent is just make it clear that it's a safe space for them to tell you things,
that
and
they
then
can tell you things if they
if they want to
lash out at them.
Exactly. And then
if they want to come talk to you, they will come talk to you.
Exactly. Okay. When she was in grade 7, I saw her on our computer browser that she was Googling OCD. I questioned her about it, and she said she thought she had it and wanted to go to the doctor, using her childhood habits as proof. I felt that she was lying again to excuse her school performance, and we told her no. What's wrong with seeing a doctor?
If your kid is saying, hey, I need to see a doctor about this, because I think that you should why not?
Exactly. Like, worst case scenario, which isn't even that bad, the doctor's like, no, I think your kid doesn't have these things. And what? So whatever.
It's shown, like, if kids are, like, constantly lying like that,
mm-hmm.
and, like, there's obviously something that's wrong there,
mm-hmm.
and this is just a way to help fix it, but now you're not allowing them to fix it.
Exactly. Like, this is another thing. I don't understand why there's some parents who, like, refuse to get their kids treatment for things that they think they might have, because it's, like, that could help them in so many different ways. Even if they don't have it, maybe they have something else that they don't realize they have.
At least you know they don't have it then.
Exactly.
At least you know.
So it's like, I don't know. Okay, so she intermittently argued about it with us for 2 years. At that point, I discovered by reading her journal, she'd also gone behind her back to the guidance counselor at school and told the woman we wouldn't help her. Hold the fucking phone. Why did you go behind your daughter's back into her private things, read her journal, and where she talked about seeing the guy? Like, that is so disgusting. Like, her journal clearly...
I can understand if it's like your kid's life is in danger and you need to know something. Yeah. Then I can understand.
Yeah.
But going into your kid's stuff is never okay.
No,
I don't
exactly.
understand that. Going into your kid's private diary, and yes, private, kids deserve privacy
Privacy.
too. Because
Exactly.
how else are they going to learn that privacy is an option?
Mm-hmm.
They
And
deserve
clearly,
privacy, and you're going to go into their stuff, and now you're finding out that your kid went to the guidance counselor. That's not behind your back.
no, that's not
Because
behind your back.
it's not behind your back. They just didn't tell you.
And there's a reason you don't know, because there's the whole, like, you know, privacy thing when it comes to, like, shit like this that the
Yeah.
schools have to follow. So it's like, clearly, she doesn't trust you at all, because I'm not saying everyone who has diaries don't trust their parents, but clearly she thinks that, like, her diary is more of a safe space for her than her parents are.
Yeah.
And she went to the guidance counselor about it, because, like, she didn't have any support system at home. Clearly, by basing off of this, she couldn't tell her parents anything. So she went to the guidance counselor to be able to actually, like, so she can have someone to talk to. And so her diary was probably her way to vent. And now her parents invaded that. And, like, so yeah. So, she gone behind their backs to the guidance counselor at school and told the woman we wouldn't help her. I grounded her for lying again, but a few months later, we did take her to the doctor. She has more or less been in treatment since then. You grounded her for seeking help?
You grounded her for going to the guidance counselor, for literally being like, hey, I need help. You grounded her for that?
Like,
Because it was behind your back? Are you fucking out of your mind?
oh,
dude?
these people should have never had kids. Like,
some people really shouldn't have kids.
No, they really
Like,
shouldn't.
Why is there this pressure to have kids if you're not successful if you don't have kids? Fuck off.
Yeah.
Some people are better off not having kids because then their kids don't have to deal with the shit.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly. So, my son recently asked me if I really denied her medical treatment. They put it in brackets. To me, she's making it sound like I was negligent when really she was a liar, and that's why we didn't take her initially. We have
We
paid...
lied for a reason.
No, exactly. Like, also, to a degree, you were being... Like, I would say that she was being almost, like, emotionally negligent to a degree.
Absolutely.
Because, like, she couldn't go to you for things that are bothering her.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like parents, like, that should be something, you know, that a good parent does anyway. Is your kid should be able to go to you for anything and feel safe.
Even like, if, say, like, whatever, like, they denied her going to the doctor, whatever. If you read that kid's diary, and they literally wrote in that diary that I went to my guidance counselor to get help and told them that my parents aren't helping me, because you're not,
Mm-hmm.
that should be a turning point for you to fucking realize, hey, maybe I'm doing a shitty job as a parent.
No, exactly. And they're too stuck up in their victim complex to, like, realize that, like, oh, I'm not helping my kid. They're too busy blaming her and calling her a liar than to actually realize that it's so bad she went to the guidance counselor about it because she can't get help anywhere else. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
This is why everyone needs to go to therapy. And if you're planning on having kids, please
go to therapy.
If you want to have kids, go to therapy and fix your shit so you don't give it to your kids. Trust me.
Exactly. Trust me. It would be so much better.
It would be better for everyone to go to therapy.
Okay. So this lady continues and says, we have paid for specialists and supported her for years. I think she's putting all the blame on me / making me look bad to my son and not taking responsibility. I am upset with her. I'm upset with her sneaky behavior and want to confront her, but my husband said to leave it. My daughter had a wonderful childhood, and I hate that she's complaining about the past behind my back. We did our best, and we did help her. She was never mentioned anything to me about it, still being resentful. Okay, you don't know how good her childhood was because, sure, it might have been financially well, but that doesn't mean that mentally she had a good childhood. First thing.
Just because someone has stuff, or, like, you know, whatever, like, have a roof over your head, whatever, you have food, fine.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't give you a reason to be like, hey, your childhood was great.
No, exactly.
Okay, did you ask? No, even when you were told how bad they felt, you did nothing about it.
You had a fortunate childhood if you got the necessities, right?
Yeah.
Like, you should be able to put ahead. I feel like if you're a parent, like, maybe I'm coming from, like, a like privileged point of view, but I think that if you want to have kids, you should be able to afford to put a roof over their head and to feed them, because that's just basic human necessities.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, and so like the fact that they also said we paid for specialists and supported her for years. Clearly you didn't support her as much as you fucking think you did, because she had to go and seek help on her own before you even decided to pay for specialists and support her.
But you thought she was lying and making excuses when she came to you for it.
Mm-hmm.
So that seems to me like you were the asshole.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Don't get it. I don't get it. Nobody's a perfect parent. I understand that. But
yeah,
you are like clearly the asshole in this situation. Like if your kid is asking for help, get them help.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's not that hard.
They were lying for a reason.
Mm-hmm. They didn't tell you things for a reason, and I completely understand her reason.
Yeah.
She's not a liar, because she did. When she was Googling about OCD, you said, no, I'm not taking you to a doctor.
I'm not taking you to a doctor because you're making excuses for why you were shitty in school. Do you...
Yeah. So
how does that make sense?
If this lady wants to get nitty gritty about it, yeah, you did refuse her to take her to get help. You did. So fuck you, lady. So yeah, no, she's 100% the asshole. Oh god.
Piss me off. I hate people.
What a great note to end the podcast on.
But now I'm mad.
Oh god.
I'm upset. I'm upsetty.
Fuck people.
Fuck people.
Thank you all so much for tuning in today's episode of the podcast.
Even though it was also kind of a half disaster.
It was 100% a disaster, because live streaming it was a shit show, but you know, it was still fun, so.
You still got through it. It's fine. You'll still have content. You're probably watching this on YouTube right now.
Yeah, look at that! Yo!
Maybe Spotify? Apple
maybe
Music?
Spotify, yeah. Should we read out a Apple
review?
Podcast review? This is the only review we have, but it's fine. Because if you guys, because most of our listeners are actually from Apple Podcasts, which I find that surprising. Hi! If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, hi, we love you. But if you guys want to be featured on the podcast, you can leave a rating, and we will read it. Unless it's, like, really bad, then maybe we won't. But, like, that's fine.
We won't read it if it's bad. Actually, you know what? Let's read it if it's bad. Then we can make fun of it.
Yeah, you want to be the laughing stock of our podcast? Leave a bad review. But this person that goes by K1899 commented, 5 stars, hilarious. What a wholesome and fun podcast. You can tell these two really enjoy being with each other. Can't wait for more episodes. Yo! Thank you so much for the comment. We appreciate it a ton. And yes, I do love being with Sam. That's why we started the podcast.
That's the only reason. You think I would sit here and talk to Sam if I didn't? Unless this was like a movie and like
we're getting like paid.
And I'm being paid. We're not being paid to do this.
No.
If I was being paid to do this, then maybe. Also,
then maybe, yeah.
Would I wear this necklace that Sam made for me?
That's true.
For Christmas? No. I wouldn't be wearing it. It's a crystal.
It is a crystal.
Woo!
But yeah, if you guys want to be featured in the episode, be sure to leave reviews and we will read them. Apple Podcasts, even a comment on a YouTube video if you watch it on YouTube. I don't think you can leave reviews on Spotify. I think you can, like, rate it, maybe, but I don't know.
I don't know. I don't use Spotify enough.
I don't use Spotify enough for podcasts, anyway. Actually, no, that's not true.
I don't use it at all. I have Apple Music. I use Apple Music.
There you go. But yeah, thank you so much for the review. We appreciate it a ton. And thank you so much for listening to today's episode of the podcast. If you want to watch it live, if the live stream doesn't fucking fail, yeah, you can watch the episodes live and a week earlier at twitch.tv/SuperSammy817. And you'll see us next time, I guess.
Follow us on all of our socials.
True! 2 bees in a pod.
Yeah.
Also, all of our socials are linked in the link tree that you will see on each episode. I link it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for tuning in today's episode, and we will see you later.
Bye.
Bye!